Hello and welcome back to Modalities Movement Therapy. Today we are going to be looking at the spiral line. We are going to be looking at how we can improve movement with rotation and the fundamentals we should all know. Rotation offers another dimension to core training and movement or mobility, as it targets multiple lines in the body, which help to integrate control and build a stronger, more resilient core. Here's my guy's skelly bones. I'm going to show you the spiral line that we're going to work on today. It starts at the base of the skull along with what's called the occiput ridge, runs down the side of the spine, these muscles here, across, actually underneath the scapula and around these muscles between the rib cage, across your belly button, through the hip, down the lateral side of the leg where you see it acts as a sling for the foot, back along the inside of the leg, across the lower, the tailbone, that sacrum area, and back up along the other side of the spine, finishing off on the other side of the occiput ridge at the base of the skull where it started. So keeping this in mind and our breathing, so we can really loosen up these muscles between the ribs, which are connected to so many parts in the body. And we're going to work on that rotation. All you need is a yoga block. But let's start in standing, and we're going to bring the feet underneath the hips, pushing the big toes down into the mat. So try and focus on using the toes. If you need assistance from the hands, just bend down, move the toes, and then come back up to standing. Change and lift the big toes, and you're going to push the little toes down now. Again, if you need assistance with the hands, then just bend down, adjust the position, and then come back up to standing. And you're going to switch from big toe to little toes. Big toes to little toes. This is quite a mental challenge. We want to get that sensory connection back between the brain and the feet. Sometimes our feet get put into shoes, forgotten about, and then we lose that connection. And finish off with one more. And switch. Good. Standing this lengthways on your mat, take one foot behind. We are now going to release the muscles on either side of the shin. Try and balance on that supporting foot so the knee is bent, and you're going to rotate the big toe. So we're rotating from the hip, pushing the big toe into the mat, and then change, rotate the other way, and just switch from side to side. Keep looking ahead. It's going to be much easier to control the glutes in the supporting leg if your posture's in a nice upright position, looking ahead. And just continue rotating from the big toe to the little toe. Now we're going to slide the foot across the mat, the toes, and then sweep the foot through. And then lengthen back. You can bring the arms into it, almost like a walking stance. And then you following through into that movement. That is a rotational movement there. So you're bringing the whole body into it. Let's finish off with one more. And over to the other side. So balancing, bending the knee, and just take the foot behind you, keeping the weight into the front foot, but still trying to focus on stretching into the front of the ankle and rotating, moving from side to side, getting that movement into the hip. Think about your posture. Finish off with one more, rotating out and rotating in. Slide the foot through and take it back. And just finish off with one more. Let's step to the back of the mat. And now we're going to use the toes to pinch the mat between the ball of the foot and the toes. One foot at a time, you're going to use the feet to help you crawl to the front of your mat. So pinch and pull, pinch and pull. Keep thinking about that breathing, nice, slow, steady breath. When you reach the front of your mat, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Try to keep your knees as straight as you can and walk your way to the back of the mat. Again, moving forward. Just finish off with this last one. Walk yourself to the middle of the mat. And we're going to challenge the balance a little bit. I'm taking my right foot in front, heel to toes. You're going to feel the left foot working hard to help stabilize you. Think about your posture again, relaxing your shoulders and opening up, looking ahead. You'll need to engage your glutes, those muscles that are part of the core, to help you stabilize yourself. Think about your toes, spread your toes out, open up the foundation, and then just stand here and breathe into the movements. When I say breathe into the movement, breathing creates movement. Feel that rib cage expanding as you breathe in, and feel the rib cage dropping as you exhale. Okay, from this position, take the back foot, my left foot, I'm going to extend out to the side, and I'm going to lift the hip up and then slide the foot out. Working from the big toe along the arch of the foot up the inside of the leg. So you don't want to bring the whole entire foot onto the mat or the ball of the foot. You just want to tap that big toe, the inside of the big toe. Then my movement's coming from the hip, almost like, imagine a suspender lifting that hip up. So the movement is happening in the supporting leg as well. Extend the foot, slide it up, and slide it up. Do another one. Extend it and slide it up. Slide it up. Do another one and slide it up. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So now my left foot or my right foot is behind. Posture is nice and lifted. Looking ahead and breathing. Feel the movement into the rib cage. Finish off with one slow inhalation, and then try and exhale for a little bit longer. and then that foot out to the side, lifting that hip up, movement in the supporting hip, extend the foot out, slide that big toe in and extend it out, slide it in, extend it out. Finish off with 2 more, and the last one. Good. From there, if you have a block, bring the block onto the mat. If you don't have a block, you can use a step. You can step up, standing sideways. The movement is now focused again into the hips, and I want you to drop that hip down as much as you can. So the movement's in the supporting hip again, and like we did just now, lift the hip, try and balance on that yoga block and release. Lift the hip up and release. So you can relax the foot, lift the hip and release. We're going to do a few more. 4 and release. 3, 2 more, and the last one. Keeping the hip up, we're going to work into some rotation. So bring the elbows next to the waist, inward rotation with the hip and the foot, and inward rotation with the upper body. So you're rotating towards the center. Now we're going to rotate out, foot out, hip out, leg rotating, upper body rotating out, in and out. So here, as we open up, we're creating space. You're breathing into that space you're creating. Now exhale, rotate in. 4 more, out and in. 3 to go. 2 more. And the last one. Good, let's do the same thing to the other side. So bring that foot onto the block or the step, starting off lifting and lowering the hip. Depending on how high you are above the floor, just relax that foot as much as you can. Do another 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Here, breathing in as we rotate out and exhaling in. Breathe in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. 4 to go. And 3. 2 more. And your last one. Good. And put the block to the side. Just shake the legs out. Let's give them a little bit of a break. Wiggle the hips. And we're going to move on to the neck and the arms. No, although the arms are part of the arm line and not really the spiral line, they're going to help us rotate a little bit more into the movements. So let's start with the hand behind the head. You're going to look over the shoulder. Breathe in and exhale. As you exhale, slide the fingers down to the sternum and look over the shoulder. Take the other hand, wrap it around the back of the neck. Breathe in and exhale. Create some resistance there. Repeat it again, breathing in. Let's do 4 more. 2 to go. And our last one. And exhale. Okay, taking the right hand onto the left shoulder. Circle the shoulder up and back. Get the movement from the thumb, rotating the hand so the palm is facing out. As you do that, you're going to push the shoulder up into the hand, and I want you to use the fingers and the heel of the hand to squeeze the shoulder and release tension there. And exhale. Try and drop the hand a little bit lower now. Breathe in, push the shoulder up into the hand, and exhale. Although this is not part of the spiral line, like I said, we're going to use those arms, and I just want you to release tension up in the shoulders, but these muscles are connected, and this will help release the muscles that we use for breathing. Do another 2, and exhale. And the last one, and exhale. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Push the hand up or the shoulder up into the hand. Rotate the thumb back, open up, and drop the shoulder and the arm. Breathe in, push it up, and exhale. Here we go for 3. And exhale. Take your time. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Okay, extend your arms out to the side, using the thumb again to navigate where we're going. You're going to drop and bend the elbows. The thumb is pointing up now. We're going to rotate in the shoulders, open up as much as you can. See the position of my thumb. So my palms are facing back, and I'm opening up in the shoulders, in the arms as much as I can. Let's rotate the hands back again. Thumbs are leading the way and opening up. Breathe in here and exhale. Thumbs down, open up, breathe in. So you're getting as much movement into the entire arm as you can. Breathe in and open up and exhale. And come back, breathing in and exhale. Finish off with 1 more, breathing in and exhale. Good. From this position, standing lengthways on your mat, you're going to circle one hand up and bring the hand next to the spine onto the lower back. So my hand is flat on the back. Then do the same thing with the other hand. Bring it behind. And now you're going to use the hands and push the pelvis forward. So don't extend the chin. You can just get that movement coming from the lower back there. Take it as far as you can. Exhale and release the hands. Circle one hand, breathe in. Nice slow steady movement, hand onto the back again, exhale. Do the same thing and exhale. As you push forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So engage these rhomboid muscles, part of the spiral line, and push your pelvis forward and exhale. Release the hands. Let's do 2 more, breathing in, hand on the lower back, exhale. Now you're trying to push the shoulder back, the elbow in, and engage the rhomboid there. Breathe in and exhale. Squeeze those rhomboids around the spine, so hug the spine with those muscles. Those are the muscles responsible for attracting the shoulder blades. And exhale and release. Shake everything out. Okay, let us take, so I'll mirror you, take the left, your right foot in front of your left. Now you're going to circle your right arm up next to your ear And slowly as you exhale, round the spine. As you lower down, you're going to reach and drop down and pulse for 2, 3, 4. Now take the same arm up, circle it up and back, bring the other arm around. So I'm taking my right hand and I'm going to reach down the leg with the right hand, take the left arm up and over and add a little bit of a bounce there. Bouncing is a great way to hydrate that fascial tissue. And as we exhale, or we breathe, let's breathe in here, we're opening up. And now we're going to exhale again, rotate. Take the hand down and try and challenge yourself a little bit and reach it to the back ankle. Let's breathe in again. We're coming up, breathing in and opening up. And now reach and exhale. Bounce into that stretch, lengthening up and breathing in. Exhale and bounce. Try drop your head, chin to your chest and breathe in. It's quite a nice challenge on the balance. And exhale. Open up. Let's finish off with one more, breathing in. And as you start to exhale, roll down and bounce. Breathing in and exhale. Bounce. Okay, change sides. Okay, and we're going to reach up and we're going to roll down. Exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in. Three more. Your last one. And open up and finish off exhaling. Okay, and release. Okay, our next movement, feet apart. We're going to take, so I'll mirror you, take the right hand onto the left shoulder. Bring the left hand onto the right elbow. Now you're going to rotate towards the left side. So twist and come back to the center. Now you're going to add a squat into that movement. So we're going to sit back as we twist towards the left side. Use that left hand to pull on the right elbow and release. Breathing in as you go into that squat. Breathing in and exhale. Make sure that let me get this right, your right hip is not dropping forward and bringing the knee forward. You want to make sure you're sitting back into that squat position. And exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Let's do another 4. And exhale. And 3. And exhale. 2 more. and exhale. For the last one, and exhale. Okay, change sides. Left hand onto right elbow, or right shoulder. Right hand, left hand onto left elbow. Breathe in, twist towards that side. Exhale and release. Breathing in and exhale. Now we're going into that squat. So squat first, and then add that rotation. Make sure that this is not happening. You want to sit back into that movement. So we're lifting up and out of that hip. Breathe out and come up. Let's breathe in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. 4 more. And exhale. And 3. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale. And your last one. And exhale. We're going to go back to the first side. We're going to add some movement into the legs and a little bit into those oblique muscles in the waist. We want to really activate and work these muscles. So stepping into a turned out position, go back to the first side. So take the hand onto the shoulder, take hold of the elbow. We're sitting into our squat position. So it's more like a curtsy lunge. You're going to sit into that curtsy. So look at my position, my heel, my knee, and my knee and my heel. Sort of making a bit of a box shape there. Hand onto the shoulder, other hand on the elbow. You're sitting into that squat. We're going to breathe into this position. Now we're going to step to the center. So staying on the same side, and I'm going to circle my hand and bring the knee up and across to that elbow. Circle that arm, that's the hand that goes onto the shoulder. Hand onto the elbow, sit into your curtsy lunge again. So my knee is a few centimeters off the mat. Sit as low as you can. Step back up, circle that arm, open up and back into that curtsy lunge. Breathe in as you curtsy and exhale into that crunch. Keep going, breathing in and exhale. Breathe in see it from this angle. Hand onto the shoulder, grab hold of the elbow and sit into your curtsy. Twist towards that side. So take that same hand from the shoulder, circle it up, elbow to knee. Open up and back into your curtsy. Lift, open, curtsy. Lift and curtsy. Keep going and curtsy. Finish off with one more. You're going up, cross over and curtsy. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Take the hand onto the shoulder, grab hold of that elbow, twisting, and then step that foot behind. Breathe in, into that curtsy, and then exhale. Circle that arm, bring the knee across. Open up, curtsy, and exhale. Circle up and across. Let's do the same thing. So you're going to twist. The hand on the shoulder is the one that lifts up opposite knee to that elbow and twist and up. Keep going, twist and up. Do another 4 and 3. 2 more. And finish off with 1 more. And across. We're going to come onto the knee, and in this position, sort of turn to this angle. We're going to work into rotation again. So I'm turning my foot out, my knee is open, so I'm opening up in the hips. My supporting knee, if you need to double up the mat and give it a bit more cushioning, do that. But you're going to bring the foot in, so both the front leg and the back leg are in an outward rotation. Now we're going to use the arms. So we're going to rotate away from the front leg. I'm going to wrap my hands around my waist, and I'm going to bounce into my lunge for 3, 2, and 1. On the 4th count, we're going to circle the hands, bring the hand onto the waist. Imagine someone's punching you in the waist. When that hand hits the waist, I want you to contract. So we're working into these oblique muscles in the waist. And you're going to pull back into that tuck. So I'm tucking my whole body, and I'm pulling away from that front foot. We're going to breathe in and open up again. Pulse forward for 3 counts. On that 4th count, I want you to pull into that crunch. So think like we do when we're breathing. We're breathing in, we're opening up, filling the lungs with air, the rib cage is expanding. On our exhalation, we're going to tuck and crunch in those obliques. So use that hand to assist you, bringing the rib cage down if you need to. Breathe in and bounce. And exhale. Keep going. And exhale. We're going to do another 4. And 3. 2 to go. For your last one. Take that knee, rotate in, and we over to the other side. So you're in that turned out position, cushion the knee if you need to. We're bouncing into that forward lunge. Wrap the hands, look towards the back, bounce. For 2, we're breathing in here. As you exhale, start tucking from the tailbone, wrap the hand around, crunch in those oblique muscles in the waist, and pull back. Good, breathe in. Keep going, bounce. Breathe in. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. For the last one. Okay, in this position, we're going to bring that foot in front of the knee. So we're opening up in that hip. See it from this angle. Cross over. Push the knee, the foot forward with that knee. If you're taking any strain in the knees, then this is your option. You're going to just stagger the knees, hands on the hips, cushion the knees if you need to, and we're going to arch and then tuck. Breathing in and exhale. In this position, cross the foot over. If this is your option, bring the hands onto the foot and the knee. Sitting back, you're going to feel a little bit lopsided. You'll feel the glutes stretching and working as well. Breathe in as you exhale to that tuck. Keep going, breathing in. Think about the rhomboids. Think about the movement up the spine. use the head because you'll contract deeper into that movement. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Keep going, 3 more. And exhale. Another 2. And your last one. Follow along with me and let's move over to the other side. Hand onto the knee and the foot. Breathing in and exhale. Keep going if this is your option. Finish off. Okay, our next movement we're going to go into the same position, but if you're taking strain in the knees or in the hips, I'm going to give you an alternative option. You're going to lie forward on the mat. We're going to go over to the same side. So I want you to take your arm in line with your shoulder, your palm is facing down. So bring your ear onto the mat, bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to continue to move over to the left side, so you're going to keep the left arm in line with the shoulder. Another option for the arm is to bring the arm next to that ear. Palm is facing up, soles of the feet are glued together. Engaging those glutes, breathe in. Let the feet hover. If you can get your balance, you're going to release that hand and you're going to bring the palms together. And the arms are next to the ears. Squeeze and engage those glutes. Release the hand again and you're going to drop onto the mat. So keep going, breathing in. Here is your alternative option. You're going to bend the left knee, position the foot underneath the right knee, point the right toes up to the ceiling, and now using your right hand to assist, you're going to bring the hand next to the shoulder, push off the mat, and open up into a rotation. Extend your right arm up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you bring the hand down, you're going to start exhaling and then rotate back to the center. Keep going with the same side. We're going to breathe in and open up. Cross that left foot underneath the right knee. Breathe in and open yourself up. Release. Exhaling and keep going. Finish off with one more. Up and over to the other side now. You're going to bend the right knee, bring the foot under the left knee, and you're going to keep that arm next to the body in line with the shoulder, palm facing down. Push up off. Drop the foot onto the floor behind you and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Release. Breathing in and open up. Exhale and release. You can extend the legs or just keep them in that cross position if you prefer. And let's finish off. Your second option, soles of the feet together, push off and open up. Any tension in the shoulder, you bring that arm next to the ear and rest the ear on the arm. Then you're going to challenge yourself a little bit more by bringing the palms together. Finish off with 2 more. Our last exercise, we're lying in a side lying position. You're going to extend that hand out, elbows a little bit further away from the shoulder. You're going to cross the top ankle above the knee. We're going to turn this foot out and this open up in the hip. So the sole of the foot is facing you. Now I want you to lift that extended leg, let it hover just off the mat. You're going to bring the top hand behind your head. Here we're going to breathe in this open position. I'm now not dropping into my shoulder, but lifting up and out of the shoulder. Be careful that you don't let that rib cage drop down and then you'll drop into the shoulder. Pull up and out of the shoulder. Breathe in here. Now you're going to come off that elbow if you can. You're going to rotate, so you're dropping that top knee. Use the resistance from the foot to create some resistance. Trying to lift the leg, you're pushing down with that foot. And then you'll challenge your stabilizers a little bit more. Breathe in and open up. Drop down onto the elbow, but don't drop down into the shoulder. Exhale. And lift. Breathing in and exhale. Keep going. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. 4 more. And exhale. 3. And exhale. 2 more and exhale for the last one and exhale. Same thing to the other side. Elbow slightly ahead of the shoulder. Use that hand and bring it flat onto the mat. Bring that foot just above the knee. Open up in the hip, hand behind the head. Let the leg hover, breathing in. Up and out of the rib cage, up and out of the shoulder, and exhale. And open up, breathe in, and exhale. Breathing in, and exhale. For 3, and exhale. Breathe in for 4, and exhale. 4 to go. Take it nice and slow and challenge yourself. 3. Try focus on making those movements bigger rather than faster. And use that breathing to help you get into those concentric contractions where you're really activating those core muscles. And I think that was your last one. Let's rotate forward onto the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're going to breathe in and look from side to side. So you're engaging those muscles that retract the shoulder blades, pulling the shoulders down. Don't let the shoulders come up. And release. Breathe in again. We're going to do 3 more. And exhale. 2 to go. And exhale. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes to support the lower back. Your last one. And exhale. Tailbone up. Push up onto the hands and knees. Sit back into your child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat or on your hand. And breathing in to this position. In this position, I want you to feel the rib cage expanding into the thighs and really moving into the lower back. The more movement you get from the diaphragm, the more you can stretch and release those muscles around the spine and into that lower back. Let's finish off with one more. So you're breathing in. Slide your fingers to your knees, uncurl through the spine, and circle the shoulders up and back. If you did find this content helpful, please subscribe and let me know your thoughts below. Any feedback is always very useful. Remember, movement is key, and if you don't use it, well, you lose it. Please find the link below to a lovely illustration on Facebook of the spiral line.